All right, everybody, this is Ken Dewey, and this is the intro video for ethical hacking. Okay. You all should have access to the course now. Hopefully, the recording looks like it's working. Okay, I am sure. Time, yeah, it's working. Okay, the course should look like this here, CIT 2603, number 7763. Okay, I'm going to turn the video off. You really don't need it since I'm just really sharing my phone desktop anyway. Okay, so this is what the course will look like. It is the first 8-week course of ethical hacking. I'm going to click here. I'm going to just walk through a few things in this course. Okay, when it first loads up, you'll see a start here. You can read all this stuff. You can read this welcome message and links to the modules. I have links to many other things that I'm going to go through here in this video, but they are available there if you want people back and look at them. We're going to look through the syllabus. You'll see this student contact information assignment. It's not worth any points. What it's really there for is so I know how to get a hold of you. So many of you have the wrong information in Canvas, and so we need to somehow get it updated, and that's what I would ask from you. This course does require proctored exams, and here's the price list. Okay. There's also a link here how to get some free software. You will need some software in here, but I'll talk about more about that when we get to it. You do have to read a book in this course. I know, isn't that terrible? Honestly, in the last year and a half, I've read about 200 books. So yeah, the book you're going to read in here is called Hackers, and I'll show you more about that in a second. There's links in here how to email your professor, email etiquette, but I will tell you one thing that's the big issue I have. I get emails from students and it says, I need help with the number 5. Well, first of all, what course are you in? What quiz are you in? So always try to include, what course you're in, the assignment or quiz you're talking about. It just makes it so much easier for me to, answer you. Well, here's the actual book you need. It's called Heroes, I think it's called Hackers, Heroes of the Computer Revolution. I'm not providing this to you. A student provided it to me. So it's up to you with what you do it from this point. All right, this course does require MindTap. If you click here, there's some links about how it all works. I recommend you buy Cengage Unlimited because it does work for, I think all, if not all, almost every single CIT course, so you can definitely save a lot of money. There's some other links about creating a flash drive, how to use the virtual machines and stuff. You can look through any one of these and possibly learn something. Then the course information, we got some different schedules and catalogs I've been putting up there because I've been having students ask me, hey, do you happen to have whatever catalogs? I've been trying to put links up here for you. There are some videos worth watching in here. There's only one in this one, but you can't. Actually, this was provided by a student. You'll read in the book where they talk about Space Wars. They talk about it quite frequently. And this is when they actually explain and play Space Wars on the PDP-1. You read about it in the book. It's very interesting. By the way, there is an audiobook version of it. It's on audible.com. Okay. Software needed. You will need VMware of some sort. You will need 7-zip. 7-zip is free. VMware, I'm actually providing you with some free links as well. I don't know if it's totally updated, but it's close. Software needed. I think this goes to my link. Does it or does it not? No, it does not. Okay, I'll have to look at that one, but you don't need that software yet anyway. I think I provided a link later on to that. Okay. There are some modules, but with each module, it comes with a discussion. Okay. I'm going to talk about discussions to get that done with first, and then we'll go. Actually, you know what? Before we even get there, we need to go back and talk about the syllabus. My bad. Let's go talk about your syllabus. Okay. The syllabus, this is ethical hacking. It's an online course. There's all my contact information. Here's the book we will be using, the 3rd edition. You do need MindTap. I'm going to tell you right now, some people are going to complain about it, and I don't love it, but I'm liking it more and more because some of the projects actually are really, really, really good. They give you lots of extra information as long as you read them. Okay. And here's Hackers. I provide you a link where to get it on Amazon. I even provide you with the Audible link. So yeah. I love Audible, and I said I read or listen, it's the same kind of thing, but I listen to books all the time, and I think I finished one yesterday, and I'm halfway through another book. So yeah, I listen to them all the time. Here's the objectives of our course. You're welcome to read those. And what a lot of people like, we will be covering Metasploit in detail in this class. As I mentioned in the forensics class, last semester we had an issue. I always graded by weight. Well, I had a student who could not understand weighted. He was very confused. And so I changed things. Now my courses are based on points, not weights. It just so happens that weights and points are nearly identical. Anyway, the way it's going to work is your discussion questions in this course. The total of all discussion questions is worth 100 points, or 10% of your grade. In other words, this course is based on 1,000 points. So discussions alone are worth 10% of your grade, or 100 points. Now you'll see here, the first post is required within 3 days of the start of the discussion. Post needs to be spread over multiple days, and you also need to reply to other students. We'll talk more about that in a second. But discussions, 10% or 100 points. Quizzes, 30% of your grade or 300 points. Lab assignments, 25% of your grade or 250 points. Exams, 35% of your grade or 350 points. So why do you think lab assignments are worth less than quizzes? Those are worth less than exams. Well, let me explain why. Okay, first of all, lab assignments, the majority of them, not all, the majority of them can be done over and over and over and over until you get the grade you're happy with. Not all. The majority of them are that way. So you can basically get 250 points if you just put in the time. Quizzes, on the other hand, are not that way. But again, you can do them at home. You can use your book. You can do whatever. So they're worth a little bit more points than the assignments because you can only do them once. Exams require proctoring. Okay. So what that means is basically you can take the exams at home. Okay, there's 2 ways to get this thing proctored. Actually, there's 3. One way is through the Rose State College Academic Testing Center on campus for free. Way number 2 is through ProctorU. There's a small fee involved. Okay, but if you look at the fees for like Math Lab and Connect and all them, trust me, this fee is not very high. So they do require proctoring. That's someone who's going to verify it's you, who's going to watch you take the test and make sure it's you and no one else. Okay. The third way, which I don't list there, but the third way is to contact Josh in our cyber lounge, cyber lab, whatever, and he can actually proctor for you for free. Okay. So that is available as well. You need to check the dates and times for the testing center and for Josh to make sure they're available when you want to take it and be able to get it done before it's due. ProctorU, you can pretty much do it anytime. If you schedule it early, it's actually cheaper. If you wait to the last second, they charge a premium fee. But yeah, you can do it at home. I don't like late work. Okay, I tell you another thing. It was actually this class that the student had an issue with the whole weighted. And another thing he had an issue with was assignment due dates. Last semester, I had a couple of students who said, hey, you know what? I would love a little bit more time on a few of these assignments. So I think it was like chapter 7 and beyond. I said, you know what? As long as you get the assignments done by the end of the semester, we're good to go. Well, that student said, well, I didn't even know I had to do those assignments until the very last day, which is crazy. But basically, he was saying that because there was no due dates until the end of the semester, and they didn't come up on the calendar until the last day of the semester, he didn't realize he had to do the labs. So even though he saw them, even though they had points assigned, since the date was set to the end of the semester, he basically said, oh, I didn't know I had to do them. So he didn't do them. Well, he submitted a grade appeal and lost miserably, but either way, I'm not extending dates anymore, because all it does is cause issues. I try to be nice, and it causes issues. Okay, so do the work on time. You can actually start early. It's been open for about a week or 2 now. Yeah, because there's one student who's like nearly half done. All right. Attendance policy, I'm not taking attendance in this course, but if you do not log in and start doing stuff, I could potentially assign you what's called an administrative withdrawal. It's up to me if I decide to do that or not. If I do that, you're kicked out, and you still got to pay for it. There's a student information quiz. Again, I talked about that already, I think. It's just so I know who you are, where to contact you. There are computers available for you to use. Let's see, again, LRC. There's lots of different things in here. Oh, I need to update this ending part. I need to add a link to the brand new syllabus addendum, which I will take care of. So the end of this syllabus will change slightly. Then if you scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see when all the stuff is due, starting with the 24th of August, you'll see you got chapters 1 and 2 to do, and labs 2-1 through 2-3, all in week 1. Then you see in the second week, you got to do chapters 3 and 4, and so on and so forth. They're all listed here with all the due dates to the very end of the semester. Midterm is somewhere in here. There's quiz. Should be in week 4. There's your midterm. That week you got a quiz. I'd recommend doing the quiz first and then your midterm. Okay. Okay, now let's go back and look at a couple things in here. Okay, let's go to week 1. There's this pre-assessment. That's just something, it's not worth many points, but it's worth some, just to see if you know anything ahead of time. You actually can take the same thing again at the end of the semester, okay? Discussions, let's talk about those, because there's already been questions about those. When you click on the discussion link, you're going to be reading the book called Hackers, Hero in the Computer Revolution by Stephen Levy. Here's the instructions on how they work. You need to make an initial post. Make all your posts over multiple days and make a minimum of 2 more posts, okay? You can click on this. These are actually both the same link. I wonder if I can see it inside this. Yes, I can. Okay, I'm going to show you this right here. Okay, inside here it talks about the discussions of what you're going to be reading. This book is amazing. If you haven't read it, or you're fixing to, it's really good. You will get something out of it. Now, make an initial post by the due date shown below, which I'm going to show you. Make all your posts over multiple days. Make a minimum of 2 or more replies by date specified. Again, here it is. You can get 12.5% of the discussion grade by making your initial post. By making posts over multiple days, in other words, not posting everything on the same day, you're going to get another 12.5%. And your main post is worth 25%, and you get 2 replies. So basically, wait to the very last day and post everything, you can get to 75%. That's how that works. Okay. Now, here's the way it works. In week 1, make your initial post by the 27th of March. I didn't update that darn. I will go fix this. Yes, my bad. I know I got the update. Let me pause this recording just for a second. Yeah, I don't actually have the file I can look at the moment, but look, I will update this for you. But the initial post will be due by the 3rd day of the week, and with the exception of week 1, the weeks start on Sunday, so they will be due on Tuesday, and replies by Saturday. So, initial post by Tuesday, replies by Saturday. Week 1, we start a day late. We start on Monday, so it will be moved over by 1. Okay, so your first discussion. Oh, yeah, this is the wrong file. Darn it, and I don't have the right one with me. Let me look and see. Yeah, my bad, totally. Thought I updated it. I guess I didn't. Let me look at, I know, I'll fix it. Let me look at this file. See if this is one that's updated. Nope, that's not either. Darn it, I fixed it, and I just don't believe I didn't put it up there for you. I will put that up there for you. But what it says is you only need to, there's only 8 discussions now, and you do not have to read every chapter. I mean, you do have to read them all, but on week 1, it's a little different. I will post an updated one, and I'll send an email about doing that. Actually, I'm make a note of myself to do that right now. All right, I made myself a note to fix that, but yeah, I will update that. I can't believe I did that, my fault. And I don't have it synchronized with my home computer where I'm sitting at right now, so I can't really easily show that to you, but I will get that fixed soon. But you make 1 discussion post each week. And the rest is the same. Okay, go back to the modules real quick. I believe I messed it up. Oh well. So week 1 covers these 2 chapters plus the pre-assessment. You will see a recording when I went over the material. Here's the PowerPoint for the week. Here's the quiz. And here's the PowerPoint for chapter 2. Here's the recording. Actually, 2 different versions of it I've done twice now. And there's the labs for it. Again, these labs all use MindTap. And there's the quiz for chapter 2. It's the same for each additional week. Week 2 is chapters 3 and 4. It has a discussion. You have the PowerPoint. You have the recording, the labs, and the quiz. PowerPoint, the recording, labs, and quiz. It keeps going on. Week 4, where you have the midterm as well, right here, on September 14th. I recommend getting the discussion, all the other stuff, including the quiz done first. In week 5, now week 6 requires some additional work software. Week 6, you'll actually be using this file right here. It's actually a CEH victim machine. Watch this recording. I explain exactly how it all works. You're going to complete these 5 tasks. Pretty much you walk through everything. Okay? I walk you through everything. You're just going to submit proof that you did it. Okay? All you really need to do on that week. And I'll provide a little more information about that when we get there. Week 7, you'll notice you have to complete week 6 first. Okay? I need to update this one just a little bit as well. This is the image you'll be using for this one. The quiz is not in here, so I'll be fixing that as well. But you're good through week 6, so you can get started on that. I changed the points. I didn't relink all the quizzes in here, so I will fix those for you. But I'm actually going to hide week 6 and 7, all those. So you should be just those 2 that are wrong. I'm going to hide all these until I verify the other 2 are fixed. And we'll move on from there. In the week 8 is the post-the assessment and the final. Okay. I also give you a CEH exam with answer key. So I actually took the CEH exam. I'll tell you, this test, if you know this exam here, you will pass the certificate. Okay. All right, and I'll fix week 6 and week 7, but the rest is all good. And what else can I tell you? There's links on the side. I won't be using attendance, but you can look at the rest of the stuff if you need it. Some are hidden, but you don't need access to those. Okay, I think that's about it. Yeah, my files still haven't been synchronized. My Google Drive, it stopped. So it stopped synchronizing. I don't have files on here. Again, I will fix the discussions. Other than that, you should be good to go. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, thank you much.